Gabon, of course, have made a living here in South Africa, as is the case with many other countries from across this beautiful continent. They salute the squad, of course, that was right next door to Gabon and Equatorial Guinea at the start of the year in the Africa Cup in the battle between the number 13s for Pirates, Nyauza for MOUNANA, Cedric Ondo Bioge. Manyesa picks up the second ball, supported by ISSA SARR. Makula on the near side with McLaren using skill to get out of situations and showboating.
Thank you.
Manyesa.
But what is impressive is how Pirates are winning that battle in that middle of the park for me. Playing a very high pressure game.
ISSA SARR on those 50-50 balls has been unforgiving. He just won another one following the pass from Manyesa. In the end, they've got the decision to MOUNANA. Well, you speak of that midfield battle. The man from Senegal is vital for the Pirates' cause.
If they were looking for the player of the year as an Orlando Pirates team, here's my man, ISSA SARR.
In the end, his teammate then in Badagbe wasn't expecting that ball through the ledge, so wasn't quite making the forward movement. ISSA SARR breaks down yet another attack. He's been outstanding as well in the early
base of their own, I'm telling you.
Erasmus, find Erasmus, he's got the skill. He certainly has been playing at a higher level as Mieni in recent weeks. Pirates have seen over the last 2 or 3 games many changes in their starting 11. It was also a bug that went.
So it's not the 10 minutes that Robert said I would take coming up here.
No.
Thank you.
Much quicker than all of us expected. Clearly you spent some time working out this week. The fitness level and the breakdown of that MOUNANA defense and confidence as well. ISSA SARR, Kenneth's pass. Now looks for the telling ball. It looks a lovely ball. Gabuza has Erasmus on the near side. Picks him out. Erasmus! A lot to do with that first touch, but it's all about winning the ball back again from Orlando Pirates, the point we were just making, and in winning it back, the transition is obviously set. Lovely first touch, great.
You're going to run him down completely.
Okay, that's the ball won back by ISSA SARR. Then Gabuza played it across this.
Coming games with his form the way it is, you're going to run him down completely.
Okay, that's the ball won back, certainly making a statement in the way of the CAF Confederations Cup. ISSA SARR, brilliant with
the magic on Rachale. 75th minute.
Where his shot was terribly disappointing on the edge of the box for those that have joined us late. Wolves 3-1 win on aggregate over Atanchete of the DRC. And Orlando Pirates to see the Pirates culture running through his veins. Comes up with a telling challenge. Here's Rachale. He can turn on the magic for those beyond South African borders that haven't seen him play before.
Were they not able to see him in a normal training ground where he would have been with Orlando Pirates? Remember, he was on loan, and playing in those teams, obviously, with the Pirates set up, not being able
at times keep the ball moving. Let's look at what he has to offer. ISSA SARR looking for him. For those that are beyond South African borders, a man who's still looking to make a name for himself, but quickly winning over South Africans here with the creativity he brings onto the team has led to 2 of those goals.
What you missed is the big smile on his face.
I mean, we've seen more of them in the second half, for the most part, been swallowed up by Mhlongo.
For all those that were not too sure if Mhlongo will make the cut as the #1, I'm sure slowly they're beginning to be convinced.
ISSA SARR wins it back one ball thing. There's no doubt in my mind he'd be very single-minded about it, and he was. MOUNANA.
Going to do about Eric Tinker come end of the season. If he achieves the second spot, which is what they're holding right now, and obviously progresses in this competition.
Well, I think ISSA SARR. Few of the fans, I think, were appealing for something then for the Pirates or for the home side. ISSA SARR. If Erasmus hadn't scored that hat-trick, ISSA SARR would be a serious contender for a man of the match if there was to be one in this fixture. Outstanding performance for the man from Senegal. Made a difference at Platinum Stars, made a difference at Orlando Pirates. And he can play. It's not just about the 50-50s. Pirates.
The number of players they have, about 7 players.
Ball into the near post, and again they had plenty of numbers there, so much so they had it for just a moment on the edge of the box, didn't make use of it. Gabuza now kickstarts the counter-attack. Wow, 5 against 3 for the time being. Many more dropping back, many pushing forward, and the pushing forward along with ISSA SARR, whilst Mieni looks for Erasmus. Always tries the difficult at times as Mieni is Pirates scoring. SARR with great movement and a ball in that saw a run towards the near post. The man on the blind. In their match this weekend, taking a 2-0 advantage into their match against AS Vita of the DRC later on in the day.
Well, if he's managed to get those back, remember he was a victim of he was a victim. Why are you laughing?
I just remembered that.
Yeah. But if he's got all the apps, the laptops and the phones back,
I can't imagine the life of a national team coach without them.
So for now, he has to wait until he gets home. The Explorer should be there. Reading of the game as well, matching him.
SARR gets to it first on the near post. Denying. Agogo, I'll say. Early days still in this match, and for Kaloum, they may fall victim to further counter-attacks. One would suspect here they have no choice but to keep throwing numbers forward in the hope of turning things.
He's on the left-hand side, Rakale on the right-hand side.
ISSA SARR. There's very much over those that are rivals that may have had glory in the running of the regular season. ISSA SARR, beauty of a turn. ISSA SARR. That nickname for footballing club may ring a bell. It's what Villarreal, I think, are called out in Spain, the Yellow Submarine. This club. Then Adama. Keep in mind, they did make one change right at the end of the first half. Did Kaloum with Suma coming on, wearing the 6, and he's back, operating just in front of the back 4. There he is, hounding a man who played with the 10 on his back, and in the end, in the second, he's hardly been able to influence things going forward, such as score sheet here, meaning the pressure on that defense won't let up in the last 20. At least that's the expectation. Pirates will have players out there that will all borders of South Africa. Your thoughts on what you've seen here in this Confederations Cup tie? Oh, ISSA SARR, not afraid to get stuck in.
Never. He's one of those that doesn't pull out of a ticker. Never. You look at his frame and you think, no, he'll be intimidated. But he's intimidating once you get into a 50-50 situation with him. Coming back.
Well, last 15 minutes, and it looks as though Pirates will look to see the strike from Mieni, point-blank range. And Pirates are giving those that have turned out at the Pitfair Stadium, those of you that have tuned on to your World of Champions or turned on to it, something to remember in the way of Diski. In the 3rd season with Kaloum as Diawara. When they've needed.
You can't believe it, eh? For the first time, I see you lost 4 weights.
It just doesn't stop. They just don't stop. Clock ticking away towards the 90 minutes. There's a frustrated man in a goal group.